The snakes have made an appearance round the Prickle Farm. Just the other morning, Janet was discussing nuclear physics with Mrs. Whittaker next door when a 70-foot brownie sashayed casually past them a couple of feet away and headed off towards Georgie Lee's place for a bit of a look round. Ken Burgess, just down the road, reckons the big snakes only front when it's about to rain. Funny, we haven't had a drop since then. Probably something to do with changes in the weather. The bushfire season's also just over the ridge. Albert, our stalwart Shire clerk, has just issued an edict saying anyone in the town areas of the Shire who hasn't reduced his grass to a mere 3 inches high will be tied to a gun carriage, dragged behind a tractor and made to shout the bar at Matt Crow's. Actually, there must be some sort of revolt in progress, because although no one's tied themselves to a gun carriage or shackled themselves to a tractor, quite a few of them have been seen at Matt's. I bet they don't intend cutting their grass and are practising in case Albert tracks them down. With daylight saving in force, we get more time to spend at the Prickle Farm, so it's a pleasant time of the year. There's plenty of sky at Gundaroo, and there's something very satisfying about sitting on the veranda of distant electrical storms as they growl past along the distant line of a Lake George escarpment. As I said, it hasn't been raining much. Locals say that if it's raining in Gundaroo, it's bone dry everywhere else. But we don't really care too much about what happens anywhere else. Before we came to Gundaroo, I was worrying about whether I should risk missing the Rockford files on television to go out to water the lawn so it matched the green of me neighbours. Crikey, now we're not really sure there'll be enough water to keep the stock going over summer. Charlie Pride, the black-faced sheep, and Blossom Deary, the goat, don't worry. The ducks still haven't worked out that they're supposed to be able to swim. The chooks are concerned only with group sex. And Emmylou Cabbage, the small brown dog, is out somewhere looking for a suitably matured leg of dinosaur to bring home. They're not worried, so why should we fret? Living in the bush, you realise there are things you have no control over. So why worry unduly about them? You can't do anything about the weather. You can't suddenly obtain money by worrying about the lack of it. So why bother? As far as green grass is concerned, it'll rain eventually, and it'll turn a lovely shade of green when nature's good and ready. A year or so ago, I might well have been preparing myself for an evening of jollity with people I left at work only a couple of hours ago. We'd probably continue the same conversation we've been having since shortly before Don Bradman kicked 6 goals outright in the Melbourne Cup. Here at Gundaroo, there's only Matt Crow's wine bar, with Matt beating Kay behind the counter. Georgie Lee's will be in his same corner, and he'll probably comment that it's a little warm when I walk in. Jeff White will probably be sitting on the veranda in the evening cool. Jack Ryan might come in from down the road, and Lenny White will probably stop by later. Darcy Boucher will be there for sure. If no one's got anything worthwhile to say, we'll probably just sit round in silence and enjoy the evening. Hell, I think I'll go there now. See you later.